All right, on the foreign scene, let's see what the Taliban is doing after the UK betrayal. About 200 members of Afghan special forces trained and funded by the UK face imminent deportation to their Taliban controlled homeland. Well, two figures gathered by a network of Afghan veterans reveals the scale of what one former UK general calls a betrayal and a disgrace. The soldiers fled to Pakistan, which now says it will expel Afghan refugees. The UK says it has brought thousands of Afghans to safety. General Sir Richard Barons, who served the British Army in Afghanistan over 12 years, told newsmen that the failure of the UK to relocate these soldiers is a disgrace because it reflects that either they were duplicitous as a nation or incompetent.
Well, still on the global scene, Trump says he's not testifying in his civil fraud trial Monday. Former President Donald Trump wrote on his social media platform on Sunday that he is no longer planning to testify in his civil fraud trial in New York today, Monday. Trump is expected to return to court Monday to testify in an effort to bolster his defense against allegations he fraudulently inflated the value of his properties after he was questioned by the New York Attorney General's office last Monday. But the former president wrote in a lengthy message on Truth Social that he will not be testifying on Monday, while continuing to attack the Attorney General's case against him and the judge overseeing it. Trump had already testified once in the trial, but his appearance Monday today would have given him a chance to speak at length while being questioned by his lawyers about his business and properties, and to attack the Attorney General's allegations against him.
Oh, well, still on the report, McCarthy down on support for Trump, but says 2024 campaigns can't be about revenge. Former House Speaker Kelvin McCarthy has doubled down on his support for former President Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential race, even as he has cautioned Trump against making his re-election bid all about revenge. Yes, McCarthy said when asked if Trump could count on his support during a pre-taped interview that was aired on Sunday, well, he pressed on whether that was an official endorsement of Trump. McCarthy chuckled and responded, I will support the president. I will support President Trump. In an interview with CNN last month, McCarthy said he supported the former president, but stressed that he had not endorsed anyone. In his words, he says, I haven't endorsed, but I support President Trump.
Oh, well, still on the global scene, we have Saudi tear apart rather F-15 fighters' impeccable reputation. The Saudi Arabian Ministry of Defense (MOD) announced that an F-15 fighter jet of the Royal Saudi Air Force (RSAF) crashed on December 7th, killing the two crew members on board. Well, as per details published by the ministry, the aircraft was on a training mission when the tragedy struck. Brigadier General Turki al-Maliki, the ministry spokesman, stated that the F-15 fighter jet the accident occurred at the King Abdulaziz Air Base in Dhahran during a regular training flight. An investigation has been launched to determine the exact cause of the crash. The spokesperson offered no further details about the tragic incident. The F-15 is a two-seat variant of the McDonnell Douglas F-15 fighter jet, which forms the backbone of the kingdom's fighter fleet.
Well, 2 billion corporate trade to be paid in Chinese yuan, not US dollar. Well, BRICS members, China is convincing African nations to ditch the US dollar and trade in the Chinese yuan for cross-border transactions. The Bank of China's office in Zambia is pushing to increase trade in the Chinese yuan in Southern Africa. Zambia is Africa's second largest producer of copper, and China is the world's biggest consumer of copper. Therefore, BRICS member China is looking to capitalize on international copper trade by making Zambia accept the Chinese yuan and ditch the US dollar. Zambian exports both raw and refined copper to China, and the cross-border trade is worth $2 billion every year. The African country exports $1.64 billion worth of raw copper and also sends refined copper worth $340 million to China. As a whole, copper constitutes 70% of Zambia's foreign export earnings and plays an important role in the GDP growth.